Hey, what's up everyone? Hope you're all doing well. Today we are talking how to win more gunfights. Also, how to win when you are outmanned, whether that's 1v2, 1v3, or even 1v4 situations. If you're anything like me, you're always trying to get better at Warzone, and hopefully these tip videos will help you get there. Most of you have probably seen your favorite streamer or pro dropping high kill rounds, taking on 1v2s, 1v3s, 1v4s, and winning them consistently. But when you go and try to do the same, it just doesn't work out that way. We're gonna break down why. I've got some footage from my stream to look at, and we'll walk through my thought process and the different decisions I make along the way to secure the squad wipes. Planning to do quite a few more of these training videos, so if there's any topic you'd like to see, comment down below or come check me out at twitch.tv/modrummy. Okay, I want to start us off with a couple basic tips. If you're one of the people who walks around the map like this, don't do that. Don't do that. Same with this. If you're just walking, ADSing, even running around like that, you're a pretty easy target. What you should be doing is a lot of slide canceling, throw in B hops. You should never be running through an open area. You never know. Somebody's gonna be sitting up there. Somebody's gonna be sitting over here. And if you're just walking through here, ADSing through here, all you have to do is jump out and shoot you. However, if you're sliding around, you are a much harder target to hit, gives you more time to react, more time to get behind cover, plate up, whatever you might need to do. So please constantly be slide canceling around, B hopping, jumping corners, keep moving. Okay, on the subject of sliding and jumping corners, if you have an opponent out here, I play with all kinds of skill levels of players, from 0.4 KD all the way up to 3.0 KD players, and even beyond that. And one of the things I've observed is the lower KD players in general, if they know an opponent's around this corner or think an opponent's around this corner, they will aim down their sight and walk around the corner, or walk around the corner and then aim down their sight. Don't do that. That's going to get you killed. If you're just walking around that corner and I'm the opponent, just pointing at this corner right here, hard aiming, as you walk around, I'm just going to shoot you in the head. Super easy kill for me. However, instead of doing that, if you come around the corner and you slide out like this, look where you ended up. You ended up here. Same scenario, I'm pointing at that corner and this guy slides out. I have to snap over, locate this guy, get a hold. Especially if you throw in some strafing. If you come across this and then you're strafing all over, B-hopping all over, there's no way. You have the advantage in that fight. So if you think somebody might be around that corner, always assume they are hard aiming that corner, ready to kill you. If you walk around that corner aiming down your sight, the only way you win that fight is if that player is terrible or they're looking over here not paying attention to you. If they are hard aiming that corner, you die if you aim down sight, walk around that corner. So just a quick recap. Slide that corner. At a bare minimum, I want you to bunny hop that corner. That's your bare minimum. I found it being more effective to do that, but you can do both. You can slide into a B hop. They both work. So never walk around a corner like this. Never walk around a corner like this. Never crouch walk around a corner. None of that. There should not be any slow movement going around a corner. You are trying to break their aim. If they are just pointing at this and they can just shoot, you want them to have to snap over and relocate you and lock on you again, which gives you time to get on their head or on their upper body and spray them down and kill them. Warzone is a wide open map. You don't ever want to be stuck just exchanging fire until one of you dies. That's worst case scenario, because then the player with better aim who gets a lucky headshot in wins that fight. You don't want luck to be involved in this. You want to win based on skill, based on you pre-planning this situation. So if you ever are stuck in an open area and there's not an easy way to get to cover, you need to be moving, strafing, jumping around, throw off their aim. If you're just standing still exchanging fire, super, super easy kill. If you're moving back and forth as you shoot, throwing in some B-hops in there, that guy's gonna have a way harder time hitting you. So always be moving, always be strafing, always be jumping when you're in that gunfight. But in general, your thought process should be, where is my next piece of cover? I'm not going out here to fight this guy. I'm coming around this corner to that guy, and I'm immediately working to my next cover. I always want to be working from cover to cover. In this first clip, you'll notice probably a couple mistakes from me here of me not doing what I just did, not practicing what I was preaching. See if you can spot them. But the point still stands on how to move around when you're taking on a 1v3, I believe this was. Okay, so I'm gonna pause this a couple times to go over a few points, but we'll get this started. So right off the bat, I know there's a guy right on this wall above the bunker in military. Go ahead and engage him, crack him with some decent shots. Ignore the fact that I didn't finish there. I miscalculated the number of bullets to take with the MAC-10. Okay, I hear some footsteps. I was deciding, is it worth jumping out and immediately re-challenging this guy? And then I was like, no, if he's hard aiming that corner, I'm down a plate, I need to reload. I'm gonna back up just a little bit. I then hear him chasing me, change my mind, reach out. So, did you spot what I should have done right there? I absolutely should have slid that corner. I did not. I should have broken off his aim. This probably would have been a much easier kill and not taking so much damage. Instead, for some reason, I don't get up to a tack sprint because I just tack sprinted. Whatever. I throw a little B hop in, as you saw. Terrible grenade, ignore that. So I've got 2 of them down. I'm low on plates though, so I don't want to reach out. I can hear more footsteps out there. It's not worth the reach out without plates on. I get plates. I continue to pre-fire that corner when that guy backed up just in case he was going to try to re-challenge me, even though he was hit up just a bit. He didn't. He backed up to plate or res his guy. And I also want to make a point here. Do not feel like you have to get the downs or the finishes in every fight. If you go into a fight in a 1v3 and think that you have to exchange fire until one of you is dead, you're going to lose most of those. Be okay with just cracking a guy and retreating, forcing him to step back and plate so that you can plate and engage the next guy, or reload and engage the next guy. It's absolutely optimal if you can down and finish a guy and then have a 1v2, but don't force it. If that is going to require you to be low on ammo or low on plates or low on health to engage that 1v2, it's not worth it. You have to play the long game, not the short game. So, I'm not getting these finishes. I've gotten downs at this point because I keep hearing footsteps, which I realize you may not be able to hear on this, but I'm using audio cues, hearing footsteps, hearing the next guy coming, and making sure I am full or close to full health and have my gun reloaded ready for the next guy. So even if it means I have to down these guys twice a piece to finish them, it might be what you have to do to win the fight. So, we got those 2 down. I believe at least 1 res. This guy's shooting at me with a DMR. Use the MAC-10's nice range. I basically faked like I was running around the back and then came back out and re-challenged him. He was already turning to start running back in when I came out, so I got easy shots on him. He would have had to make a pretty good turn and shoot to take me down from there, and he chose to keep running for hangers, gets down. I'm starting to go for the finish, but I immediately hear his buddy's footsteps of either the one who res, self-res, whatever it might have been. His buddy's coming out of the back of the bunker here. So I break off shooting. And with some nice little movement back and forth, bait him to the right, come back to the left where I know he is, and do a little B-hop around the corner, break his aim, down him, and then finish his buddy who's self-resing. I think that brings up an important point. One of the prime strategies you need to use, this works for 1v1s, 1v2, 1v3s. I think it gets more important the more opponents you're facing, but it's very good if you're facing a talented 1v1 opponent, is really baiting, making them think something, make them think you're going somewhere that you aren't. So sometimes that's going to mean tack sprinting for a second one direction and then immediately sliding back into the open. Because when you tack sprint that way, those tack sprinting footsteps are louder. They hear those. They think you're running away, running around a corner. They turn around and you immediately re-challenge where you were. And sometimes you can get them with their side or back turned to you, which will win you that fight. Super important in 1v2s and 3s as well when you really need those quick downs. Okay, so this next clip, buddy of mine has called out that there's a few players in the building on Heartbeat. I go ahead and down one out in the street. Get the finish real quick with the DMR. They kill my buddy and finish him. I know there's at least 2 more in here. Get the down. I'm planning to commit to that down and get the finish, but his teammate leaps around the corner actually very quickly and hits some really good shots too. He took off almost all my plates that quick. So now I'm running into at least a decently skilled opponent here. I back off after the down immediately because it's more important for me to stay alive than it is for me to finish one guy. Like, that's just a trade. What good am I doing my team if I just trade out on one kill? I'm much better off if I can get the down, back up plate, come back and get both of them. So I back off, chuck the grenade to help hold the doorway. And it works, by the way. He falls for it. He's going to leap around since he knew I was low health, try to finish me, run straight into the grenade, and I'm pre-firing that doorway. I'm going to rewind that so you can see what I'm talking about. I throw this grenade, and I'm pre-firing. I'm spraying to the doorway even though there's no one visible, hoping and predicting that he will jump out for that. Grenade, pre-fire. He jumps right into the pre-fire, gets downed. Gives me time because I know 2 are down. Even if they have self-res, I'm like, 2 people are down. I can reload, plate up, come back. I saw just a glimpse of him running around the corner, and I can hear the buddy scooting along the ground who I downed. So I'm assuming he's probably going for the res. I'm going to at least get the finish or get some more tags on the other guy. Get the finish, see him leaving the counter. And that was me faking running away for 1 step and then re-challenging. Because that 1 step, this guy decided, oh, I'll chase that. And then I immediately re-challenge, slide under him, and get an easy kill. Watch that again so you can see what I'm talking about. Down, see the guy, run away, re-challenge immediately, easy kill. Do not be obsessed with getting the down or the finish on everybody. Sometimes it's enough to just get some armor tags on the guy or crack the guy before you plate and reload. You need to make sure you always have health. You're always reloading, especially when you're facing multiple opponents like that. Worst case scenario is you get 2 or 3 downs and the last guy gets you because you ran out of ammo in your gun. Happens to me all the time. So constantly moving from cover to cover, constantly be baiting one direction and going the other way. People really don't expect that. I can't tell you that works 9 times out of 10. People will fall for if you sprint one way and come back. Really, the rest of it is just learning timing of when to challenge. Obviously, I make tons and tons and tons of mistakes. It's a learning experience. But start really paying attention to what has been working and what hasn't. If you have anything else, any other topics you'd like to see, any other footage you'd like me to go over, let me know. I'm going to put a couple links in the description, specifically to Joe Woe and Iceman Isaac, 2 professionals who put together some very good videos on movement, re-challenging, and other topics like that I think you guys would find helpful. Come check me out, twitch.tv/modrummy. Feel free to comment if you got any other videos you'd like to see. Have a good one.